Like OBS went out for a minute. Okay, so now we got to go down a little bit and see if that how solid that one is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's solid. This looks like a completed impulse here, so we got to go back here. So you'd have to go A, B, maybe WXY. Yeah, it looks like, okay. So now it gets a little more complicated now. So you'd have to do it this way. So, okay, can we label it? Yeah, we can label it. Truncation on the C. Well, you might be able to, yeah, you might be able to do it. Okay, so let's label it. All right, so looks like you could probably squeeze a series of 3s in here. That's a little sketchy. You might do 5. Oh, fuck. That's a little iffy. Well, if that's your 1. You know, sometimes you got to just take iffy. 2. All right, well, he's got it. So he's putting his 1 here. 2, 1, 2. I can't say I love it. All right, so it gets you start going down in time frame. All of a sudden, you start second guessing yourself. Okay, so here's what is he drawing here? It's just his support. That's what seems to be what that is. Well, when in doubt, where's Waldo? All right, there's 50 to the tick. 1, 2, 1, 2. So what we'd have here is 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Shaky, but you might say, okay, well, if we got a little triangle here, something along these lines. Okay, well let's get a break up here. That's a lot to ask for it. You might let the indicators guide you a little bit here. So we sit at the 50. I'd want to see that start to roll. Remember, these are every indicator lags. So there's got to be, it's a clue, right? Okay, we're going the right direction. Is there a little divergence here? A little divergence here? Okay, maybe I'd like to see that pop, right? You don't have to worry. We obsess. I think as traders, we like, oh, I can't. Oh, fuck! If it breaks, I didn't get the tick low. It's not where the money's made, right? The money is made in the fat middle, right? You don't have to get the tick low and the tick high. You're not going to, so why try? You want to get the meat of it. If this is a 1, if that's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, okay, well, you got a lot of 3s that are still there for you to participate in. It's a little chunky in there. That's not the prettiest looking setup, but it's very tradable. So I wouldn't risk a lot on that. If I'm taking that, it's because I like this asset. I think it's got potential, but I wouldn't go balls deep there. It's just what do I see here? Just another trade. Right? It's good. It's okay. Good. You know, I think it probably likes this asset. It's tradable, but I wouldn't be without a stop on that myself. Okay, I can keep moving. Okay, CN Salazar, how's it going, man? Yeah, the old names come rushing back. CN, very good trader, very good skill set. Let's see what he's going to teach us. Ooh, Vanguard, right? So all assets. Liking the nice the Fib fans. It's the same kind of thing, right? It's like you're looking for clues. Like, oh, that's interesting. It went right into the golden zone here, where we had this intersection between two golden zones off of a fib angle. I sure would be paying attention because I know the algo is participating here. So what would be the? Well, that's interesting. You guys are doing 24 hours now. Interesting. Okay, so I got a 50 EMA. I got the God EMA. I got some volume. He's got Sonar Labs OBs. I would look at no reason not to put those up there. Right? So here's the demand zone. We've tapped into it. A little stop run below it. You're at support. Now, does that look like a buy? Well, there's two ways to look at that. You've got the swing retrace. Okay, right. That's it's two dimensional, right? That's all it can do. So is that the ripping three? It doesn't look like it, right? So then this is what you got to be careful of doing this. So then you think, oh, I see. It's going to be a diag. So that's an ABC of a 1, and we're going to have you're projecting a diag after the first 3 that hit resistance. Maybe not, right? Careful of that. Oh, let's go ahead and take those off there, clog it up a little bit. Looks like he's drawn. Is that what you did there? Yeah, you drew that in. So we're here in the pocket. In addition to that, personally, just because I love them, I would put this on here. Got a sliding parallel there. I'd probably throw that on there. Something like that. But the bigger problem here is, again, okay, so now we're on the 24-hour, right? So the Elliott stands out a little bit better to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 3, 5, but that looks like an A, B, C. Oh, shit, it's right in our face, right? 1, 2, 3, oh, that looks like a diag, yeah. 1, B, C. Right, given how far we've come off of that, would you be thinking it's just a retrace off of that pivot? I wouldn't. Well, then the other thing, let's get these up here. I'd start looking for, okay, if these are rejecting here, well, again, where's Waldo? What did he do last? It's to the tick. Looks like it might have broken here. If we go here, it looks like it broke, right? So you'd have to go back 1. So you're in the pocket. Where's your target? Down here. So to get there, this would be I think a hurry up and wait. So you got to get through this golden zone. Then I don't know what he's got down here. That looks like a 786 or 764, and you got an algo target down here. So we have lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. All of a sudden, all right, is this just a fatter correction? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. We overcomplicate everything, right? We like to do that. Okay, is that a 5 followed by a 3? I mean, you could probably contort it into W, X, Y, X, Z, but that sure looks like 5 coming down, right? So we always want to look for 5 to finish, right? That's kind of built into the Elliott program, right? Where's the 5, right? Where are my 5s? It's a little shaky, 3, 4, 5, but it's there. 1, 2, shitty little 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? But the broader structure is 5 down, followed by a 3, right? Elliott 101. So why are we assuming anything other than, well, if I'm a Vanguard bull, I'm going to wait for this to, you're kind of too late to sell it, right? That's where you want to, I know, hindsight, right? But okay, 1, 2, working on 3, 4, right? Something like that. I don't know that I'd be wanting to jump all over this. And I would, oh shit, I'm out of log scale here. I can't, did you give it to me in log? Shit, no, I can't remember. I don't know that you did. Is that changing our pivots at all? Well, from swing low to swing high, we have a break here, and this would be broken. 5, 3. Why would you think anything other than just zigzag? Right? And until proven otherwise, why would you assume something? You're reading way too much into that. Jesus, where's my stuff here? Let's put my corrections in yellow just so they stand out. Why would you read anything more into that? I wouldn't. What's the simplest thing I can see? 5, 3. Looking for 5 to come down here. Okay, thanks for that one, CN. Zafar. Oh man, all the regs are back. I love to see that. Okay, Zafar, who's been with us for a while. Good trader, good technician. Oh man, what did you give me here? Okay, so I got Neo to the dollar. I'll get that on here. This looks like some fancy footwork in here. He's got super trend, looks like. Super trend, is that what you have on there? Is that your super trend? Yeah, it's some sort of a super trend is a volatility based. I might, well, let's see here. Let's see if I need it over here. I might take that off, CN, just to, we'll put it on as our finishing touch. Okay, so I'm back on a daily. So on one hand, I'm glad to see you guys giving me dailies. What do we got down here? I got a RSI, MACD, NVT, HT combo. I'm not sure what that is. Some sort of crypto something. Okay, so let's pull that up here. Okay, so this is a lot of stuff. Okay, let's reset here. Now, hey, Savar, if you're on, did you give it to me in log? Yeah, you must have. Okay, everything's in log today, but we've had such a, whoa, what'd you do here? It looks like you were trying for a 1 there, and 3, so this is your 4, A, B, C. That looks like what that is. Okay, so 3, 4, 5. So this is your 3. Oh, it looks like you gave me multiple counts here. So I got an A. Oh, fuck. Yikes. Zafar, what did you do to me here? So it looks like you were trying to go double. If this is a 3 and this is a 4, that doesn't, I'm not sure what your thought is here to go A, B, C. Oh, I see what you're doing. You're trying to go, okay, I got it. Okay, so you're going into a big expanded B. So you're trying to do it this way. You're going, oh, fuck. You're going A, fuck. A, B, C. This would have to be the B, C into the 4. So that seems to be what you're working there. If this, I got to make this bigger so I can see it. If this is your 3 and this is your 4, you got to be doing it as an expanded B into the flat. That's the only thing I can see. So this is 1, 2, 3. I got you. Okay, so this is, oh fuck, A, B. This A is what's throwing me. Okay, so A, B, C into the 4. Do we have a 5 there? Well, this is the lowest low. I got to take some of this off, man. You went with fat channels. Regular channel. I'm going to pull off the Vegas just for a second. Okay, so double bottom. I'd pull off of that low. I'd take that one off. That's not helping me much. Trend line. Okay, I see what you're doing. But we broke that. Now another. Well, you got to. No, you don't actually. So this is your lowest low here. Come here. Is it? Or is it a true double? So we got to start here. You'd probably squeeze a, if it's A, B, you're looking for 5 here. It's going to be kind of big. 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like you might be able to dig that out. Put you blue into your 4 here. Well, you don't have a great looking start to that. Because that looks like an ABC, right? Doesn't it? I mean, let's go down. Let's go to an 8. We're barely. Fuck. Do you have an impulse there? I don't know what you do. You might have to change this around a little bit. All right, so now as we dig down, right, it starts to get a little more complicated. That's not the cleanest looking impulse. I don't know that you have an impulse there. Okay, let's rethink that. Because this is a 3, 3, 3. There's not a clean impulse in here, right? There's just too much overlap. Here's what again, if it's too fucking hard for me to spot it, I'll wait. Okay, so what do I got here? Is there an impulse in that? Maybe some sort of a diag, right? But you're grinding it out there, right? Does it matter, right? That's the question. Does it matter? Does it matter what this is? Well, swing, we break the channel. Let's get this out of here. Something, I mean, obviously buyers are in control here. That's not real obvious either. as to what we've got there. It looks a bit like what Bitcoin did, WXABC. So I'd have to call that corrective. My first thought would be, okay, ABC, the squeaker, but this is not an impulse. Probably get a 5 down there more easily. So you're kind of, the Elliott is not particularly clear here. So if it's not clear, why force it? It's not always there. Or said differently, it's not always helpful. If it's not helping me, well, what am I going to do? I'm going to start looking for price action, market structure. What's the last thing I can see? Where are the order blocks? Could be too many things, right? So when it's not drop dead, like it can't be anything else, then I'm all over the Elliott. If it's like, fuck, I don't know what it is. I can't tell. I don't want to lean into the Elliott too hard. This could be, we could have another one here. So we could have this. A, B, C here. That's a little bit of a squish. None of that matters. Okay, where are the stops? Right, we know they're up here, and we know they're down here. Momentum really helping? Not really. The last retrace, was it technical? Yeah, it's technical. That's an 8. Let's go to a 4. I'd want to see, right? Is this a sell side algo here that it ran into? Yeah, well, we don't, right? Is there any question mark about it? Yes, right? That's the sell side algo. Swing, golden zone. Target to the tick. Retrace, right? We're headed towards second target. All right, so what do we have here? Just algos playing ball. All right, golden zone, target. Probably goes again. Can you trade it? Swing low, swing high to a 50. I'd want to check, see, did I get golden zone here? No, I broke it. So we got to come back here. 50 to the tick. Right? So where's the trade? Well, you might just, again, price action, right? If the Elliott's not clear, here's a break of the channel. The anticipation would be we're going to head back up, right? Elliott or not, that would be the expectation. Where are the stops? Right up here. Right? So just in terms of knowing how the market gets manipulated, wouldn't be surprised to see a push up here to grab that liquidity. Now, if something bigger is happening, oh, okay, well, shit, I got another target up here. Is that going to be the 4? Would that make sense? Fuck, I don't think it would. Let's come back here. A, B, fuck, some sort of, let's go back to your daily. It's not screaming at you to take action, really, I don't think. I mean, certainly if it comes back down, if you come back down here, then, okay, that's going to look more interesting, right? So we can see this channel that we're in, right? So we're just channeling with a drift lower. We might do same kind of thing here, right? Here's the break of the channel, right? Which would imply that we're going to come down, get new lows. So I'd kind of approach this the same way. If this is the channel we're in, if I can buy it down here in the discount range, I'd be interested in accumulating down here. Assuming, it's not just about the next trade, and it's like, do I want to hold NEO? Do I want to hold this long term? Do I want to? I don't know. Shit. This looks like a whole lot of ranging here, but at least it's not cratering. I'd be interested down here if we come back down towards this range here. I don't think the Elliott's really helping you there a lot. All right, let me keep moving. Thanks for that one so far. About zigzags. How do I say that? Karez. It's about some zigzags. Well, I'm going to have to bring those in. These are 3 ways, but how correlated to each other, A to the B to the C. Well, a zigzag is at its core supposed to be relatively simple, right? 5-3-5. And it's very difficult to calculate the relation of the waves to each other. Okay, well that just tells me you haven't dug in enough, because zigzag should be relatively simple. Okay, so here's a potential zigzag right in front of us. 5, 3, 5. That's what Zafar is trying to complete here. 5, 3, 5, right? So he's working on a zigzag. So common targets for zigzag, right? The most common. Oh fuck, wrong one. Come here. Most common length of the A projected from the B would be 100%. So most common target would be right here, which is kind of in line with what he's teed up, right? 5, 3, 5. Assuming this is the 4, which, God, this is a clusterfuck in here. I just want to get all that out of there. I know you did a lot of work to put that together, but to simplify for Keras SZ, well, so the thing to recognize here, we've got a good looking impulse here, although that's not a great looking finish around the pivot. That's not the prettiest looking finish of a 5. Yikes. Boy, this has got all sorts of funk in it. It's not a great looking finish, but so there are times with Elliott where you have to just go with the implied wave structure, right? That's implying the 5, even though that's you could lose 2 hours there trying to figure out what that is. Does it matter at this point? Not really. What the fuck that is. ABC here, right? There may not be enough liquidity in NEO to the dollar. I don't know what it looks like here to have that really have formed up beautifully, but the idea is 5, 3, 5, right? So if this comes down here, now we're looking for, we've got parity from the A projected from the pivot of the B. That's what's created this entire channel. And then we can use wave projection with regards to the individual impulses that create. So for example, right? So this is a zigzag within a zigzag, right? 5, 3, 5. Right? That's how it works, right? So you're looking for the repetition of those patterns. So here's the 5, here's the 3 that corrects it, and then here's the 5 that follows it, creates the zigzag. But within the zigzag is another zigzag. Not always, doesn't have to be, right? But often you'll find that A, B, C is another zigzag, and then we're coming down in a 5. Here's the 4. Now, what's important here to have this hold, right? Bring our Elliott rule set in here. We do not want to see that 4 challenge that 1 or overlap that 1. So if we hold here, if indeed we're going to hold here, as he's drawn it, and shit, did he draw it? Yeah, I think he drew it. If he drew that out, the anticipation is we're coming down to complete the 5 and complete the zigzag. And we've got reasonable targets. If it's going to break the 100, next most common is 127, 138, right? An extreme would be the 1618, just like a wave 3, right? So trading that fifth here, what you're trying to do is get on board to the 5 that you're anticipating to come. So one possibility here is, and it's a little early to lean too hard into that we're going to do something like that, right? 5, 5, 3, 5. This is a funky correction here. We're going to do it this way, A, B, C, right? Kind of like the threat in Bitcoin that we were just talking about, and then anticipating the 5 to come down. If right, the market is under no obligation ever at any moment in time to do anything. These are just patterns that tend to repeat off of human emotion. But you can't say, oh, well, fucking hell, I'm selling short of that because that is definitely coming down to complete that zigzag. You can't think that way. You have a potential short here off of the implied count, and it's low risk. That's what you're looking for, right? Because here's the reality: you are going to be wrong way, and did I say way more wrong than you're right. You just are. This is the reality of trading. So how do you resolve that, right? It sounds simple, but it's not, right? Because our emotions get involved. How do you solve that? Well, I got to make at least 3 to 1. When I'm right relative to when I'm wrong, to offset all the times I'm going to be wrong, because I'm going to be wrong way more than I'm right. So the only hesitation here, right, if you're looking at pattern recognition is, oh fuck, that's not a great looking start. If this is my 4, this would have been fucking drop dead in your face, like can't get much better if we had done that, but we don't do that. There's your 5. There's the 1 of the 5. 3, right now you're on. Now it's game on, right? Right now we're like, oh, fuck. I don't know. What do we got here? 3, is it a flat? It's not far enough for a flat, right? These rules, right? You can bend them a little bit. I'm not a purist. I wouldn't not take that if it didn't go 90. If it went 887, 886, I'd still take it as a flat. Some people wouldn't, right? Absolute purists wouldn't. I can see it. You got my head. Some purists wouldn't take it. Oh, it's not 90. I'm not taking it, right? I'm not that much a purist. But this looks like 3 followed by 3. So this is unclear. So why put money at risk? Even though we can look at this and say, well, if I sell that, where's your stop? Well, you got 2 places. Well, you can put it here, you can put it here. The advantage if we come back up here, right, is just like if this turns into a 5, well, now you're going to rethink it, right? So you can see like, wait a minute. Now I got a 5 here. That's throwing a monkey in the wrench. That's not what I was looking for. Do I have to push this up here? So there's so much to trade. Why would you take something that wasn't like, oh, fuck, I can see that? So many choices. So this would be like, okay, I like Neo, but I don't know what's happening here until I get more clarity here, or which revealed, right? Because the market is day by day, right? We're on a daily here. Every day I get another clue. Right now, I've got an incomplete picture. Why do I want to put money at risk? It's my view. So this is a hurry up and wait for more clarity, because if that turns into a 5, I got to rethink the whole thing. Is this a 1-2? Because right now you might say to yourself, impulsive, right? A lot of buying pressure here, followed by a 3. Why would I not think that? Well, if I get that, right, then I'll rethink it. This looks like we might be starting on a diag. Maybe, right? Let's see, right? So if it had come down and followed through, maybe, but now it looks like it wants to go up and challenge or at least run for liquidity. Hurry up and wait. Young Jan, how's it going, man? Dolby, please. Okay. I gotta speed it up here. I'm gonna get shit. You guys gave me a lot. What's the market doing? Holy shit. Interesting, right? Market turned all the way around. Hang on, I can turn my fan on. I'm getting hot in here. Okay, Young Yan. Oh, shit. Here, let's see. I'm going to make a copy. Dolby Laboratories. Okay, Young. I got an what do I got here? I got an RSI. What are you giving me? An RSI. Oh, Stokes. It looks like a Stokes RSI combo. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, implied volatility. Very nice, right? I know Young is working on his option trading, so very, very nice to see. All right, so we're kind of flat. We're not hot on volatility. Some good geometry here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks very good, right? Note we did not overlap the 1, so you got a solid 5 there into a 1. Some of you guys go so big on these. ABC. I'm just going to shrink these down a little bit. Okay, 1, 2. Well, let's see. We ran into a little trouble there. That's a judgment call. So well, at least he acknowledges, right? So he sees that this is technically an invalidation, but again, you got to decide how hardcore you want to be, right? That's stop running, right? And then quickly, I'd play that as a 5 personally, right? But I'm not a purist, so I would say, okay, what's the implied count here? That sure looks like a 3. We wicked it, then completely rejected, as he knows, right? So if you're going to take that trade, as long as you acknowledge, okay, I'm taking some additional risk because this is technically invalidated, I'm comfortable with that risk, right? So I'm willing to take the trade. So I would put that in white so I can see it better. I wouldn't hesitate on that. No, it says you want to have it marked. Okay, I see it. Oh, I'd be kind of curious as to what the wave relationship looked like here. Right? So what did we get on the 3? Jeez, you guys are all good. Are you giving me log 2? You must be. feel like I'm not switching it. Okay, so I got exactly to the tick 200% the length of the one. And I'd be curious here. Again, I'm looking. So I said trading technically, right? How algo involved are we here? So is that just a wick down to the 50? Sure looks like it, right? We got all the targets. Okay, now this gets a little, oh shit, man. I'm going to hide that. And this goes, this, I'm doing this only because I can't see it. Oh, what do I want to do here? I want to go, I want templates. Jesus, hang on. Oh, I see what you're doing. That's what I want. Oh, fuck, where are my templates? Original, there we go. Let's go to shift. That's what you got. Okay, so you got two. So you got a channel here. I got to put these in. Okay, there we go. Okay, so 1, 2, break. Nice 1 through 3 down for the 4. Holy shit! Oh fuck! You're giving me a monthly. Jesus. I wonder how this was struggling here. You're giving me a monthly. Well, fuck. Let's at least go to a weekly. See how that looks. A, B, C. That looks good. 4. Right here's your overlap. Yeah, you look good there. 1, 2. Got a little skinny on the finish. A, B, C into the 2. Looks good. All right. So, okay. What matters, right? Okay. Let's get to the hard right edge. 1. Got a good 5. I'm going to go to a daily here. Okay. So I got a good. Why I can't get my template up. 1, 2. So we overlap again. So I got a leading diag into a 1, ABC into a 2. Right. That's good. Right. So the Elliot's helpful here. So I go 1, 2, 1 would be, well, is it long enough? Right? It doesn't look like it would be ideal for a 3, right? You might have another leg in that. Where's my low there? So I got 100%. I might be more inclined to think 1, 2, 1, 2, but shall see. For the time being, you probably float the 3 here, since we came down, didn't overlap the 1. But quick to move it if need be. If you're a bull, you'd love this to be a 1, 2, 1, 2. So upper targets, looks like he's already got them. So again, these are just guidelines. Okay, if that's the 4, length of the 1 projected from the 4, could we hit 100 here? We did a little more than 100 here. What's the range here? Again, this is just Elliott 101. Okay, can I use this? Is it playing Elliott ball? Okay, we came down. We didn't overlap the 1. I came right into the pocket for the throw. I don't know what you got here. Look, what are your? Oh, is that a 200? Nope, that's a 55. Yeah, it's a 55 right here. All right, so he's come down to a 55. What's the volume doing? Oops. Oh, we got earnings. That's what he's probably. Oh, fuck. Is that today? Headline: Dolby adjusted earnings. Well, it looks like the market, unless that's at the end of the day, doesn't look like they've had much of a reaction off of it. Well, that's not earnings. That's just news. I guess I thought it would be E for earnings. Here it is. 4. Right. Well, if you're a bull, it'd be a high class problem to be doing this, thinking that's the one. That this is 1, 2, 1, 2. It's not deep enough to be thinking 2, so maybe you're just going to have. We are on a daily here. 1, 2, 1. Look right up to the edge of the. Oh, I can't change that. Usually I can change that to my. Oh no, he's got somehow locked. All right, so we're going up here for that 3. Good looking start to it on the daily. Right, that's what you want to see. Okay, all right, there's a little. Oh, let's go down here, see if there's anything on the 4. To make that a little juicier. Looks like maybe another diag getting started for your 5, maybe, right? It's always a little funky when you have the breaks on the dailies. No overlap though, so if it's going to play as a diag, that's a requirement. But this looks like a 3, right? So just looking at that. looks like a 3, which is why you might think diag, but it's got to go over by a tick for that 4. So if you're not in it, well, the other end of diag, start of the 1, god damn it, start of the 1 through the pivot of the 3, right? I want to try and get that at the 50, right? So that would be, here's where if you're not in it and looking for a trade, that'd be an interesting spot right there. If you're in it, right, you don't have to do much. I don't know that I'd be pouncing on that right there because of this looking like a 3. So if it came down here, I'd be very interested. And you could probably buy calls here, but you're gonna have to buy time. Right? You're gonna have to buy time, or sell, do a combo, right? Maybe a calendar spread. Take advantage of that. Where's our volatility? It's not massive. Do you have historical? I think you do. I think you have implied and historical. So implied is going to be the blue. Right, so implied's running a little hot, right? Because you had this push here, so they're buying calls. Momentum's up. So look, since we're looking for that, right? If this is the RSI coming back down, you might look for that to come back down, come right into the pocket, and look for that to run from 81 to 86. And then the final piece, put a little channel on it. You might get it there. Right, and look for that here, anticipating that that's not the 5, that's the 1 of the 5. Right? If this is going to hold as the 3, that's not going to be the 5, that would be the 1 of the 5. So that's why you wouldn't want to overstay that trade. This is where the Elliott can be helpful. You don't want to assume, oh, we're just vertical here. You would want to assume, oh, that's the 1 because it's not likely to be the 3, so I could get into the 3 of the 5 if it's going to play Elliott ball. I got to keep moving. I'm ready to get done here. Profitable Chad. Hey, that's some education on the. Oh fuck. Profitable Chad. My guess is you're talking about the Ninja tools. I think Chad. I think you're over. I think you joined us on the other side too. So on this side, I don't have. I think there are footprint indicators now for crypto, but I think Profitable Chad, you're thinking of the TDI side. So I will. You can, if you're a member, that Discord is free. You can come over there. I think we're doing a Ask Me Anything next Tuesday on the footprint chart. That was what everybody requested, and so it'll be me and my partner Baby Whale over there who wrote all the code. So that would be a good spot for you, Profitable Chad. Hashikaja. Hello, Sam. Thanks for opening this channel to free members. Happy to do it. If possible, would appreciate a view on BPT. Did you give me a chart? Yeah, you did. Okay, so that's big data to tether. Okay, so let's just have a look. Okay, so let me get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Oh, that's a view only. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Rid of that. And we're back to Bitcoin. Okay, so let's go to the link here. We'll do it here. Let's get everything off of that. Okay, so we're doing, what's the symbol? BDP. Nobody gets the first BDP USDT. On Gadio. Shit, I don't even know Gadio. I mean, I know the name. Okay, so big data. Took a big dump. Holy shit. Okay, so obviously we got to do it in the log. And this is no help here. Oh, welcome to crypto. Okay, so that's again log scale. All right, absolutely nothing you can do on a log. All right, looks like you've got a 5 that finishes. Right, so regardless of what, there's some sort of shit storm down here, 4 or 5. Okay, that's not much question about whether that's impulsive. I think we could all agree on that. Sure looks like you've got some sort of a 4 here. God, this looks pretty good, actually. 1, 2. Hard to miss. I mean, so, okay, here's a good example. I want Elliott where it's drop dead in my face, I can't miss it kind of setups. Again, there's so much to trade. Why take something that's not setting up? that's not just the way you like it. Why? I don't ever understand. It's FOMO, I guess. Well, this just looks like some sort of a triangle going in. Although it's always a little early, A, B, C, D, E. It looks like you got it though. It's always a little early until it's, this is hindsight, reality. Because you got a good 3 there, 3. Well, you got pretty decent support there. So, okay, just straight out, Elliott. Where are we looking for it? Right here. With a demand zone right there. Kind of some structure here to play with. Lots of, so you see here the big imbalance, right? So whatever happened in February, I don't know what it was, but something got pumped. And fortunately, right, if you're interested in this asset, you didn't pump and dump. You pumped. Sure, there's some profit taking here, but you came back and you're holding here, which would be encouraging for a bull, that you've got a good chance that goes up and finishes. You are in a squeeze at the moment. Lack of trend, right? So that's the ADX, just as that's rolling lower, just it's a lack of trend, which obviously is what we see here. This was the big pump. Oh, this is giving you an ATR. That's a Keltner squeeze, not a full-blown TTM squeeze, but it's a lack of volatility, which would make sense. Here's this contracts. What do we have down here? It wouldn't, so I'd be kind of watching for that shit. I mean, it's kind of a function of your risk tolerance. Like you could start nibbling right now. A, B, C, D. Let's let it go. Come here. All right, and you're getting a little kick there. Now, is that early to take it? Yeah, it is. Well, there's 2 ways to look at it. Okay, so you could take it here with a stop under the pivot, right? So there's absolutely no question about whether there's stops there. None. 0, right? Everybody looking at this chart goes, well, there are going to be stops there under the demand zone. And if it starts to fall, right, this would be a problem, right? There's nothing, no support there. Okay, this technically, right? Okay, well, that's an average, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily going to stop there. This at the edge of it is more in what you'd likely see. So it doesn't get, right? The bulls don't want it to get into that. So that's often why you'll see that pivot right at the edge of it. Kind of the same thing here. We're tapping the demand. You could take that here. I wouldn't give it a shitload of room because you could probably take that with some leverage. I mean, that's a pretty good looking setup. If you're going to take that with some leverage, well, of course, obviously, you're going to have a stop on it. I don't know that I would give it a lot because I'd be looking for a possible reload. If you get, it's not uncommon to see a little overthrow in a triangle on an E or over or under. But do you have this? Oh, fuck, we're on daily. Let's go to a 4. Do you have much of a start here? It's not a great looking start. So what makes you want to take it? FOMO. Oh, fuck, I don't want to miss it. I do not want to miss it. So this is a nice feature in Sonar Labs, right? You guys know you get it. If you guys aren't using it and you're interested, right, you get a little discount if you use our link. So what is that trend line, right? This is very much in line with what Al Brooks teaches. This is liquidity. Because what is the novice? Oh, shit, it's not that they're dumb. It's just that they're inexperienced. What does the inexperienced trader think? Oh, well, fuck, break the trend line. Got to buy it, right? The theory, right? Well, we'll just stick with the theory. Is that a trend line is an opportunity for a liquidity grab, right? Because retail will buy it. So that's just a warning shot. Like, okay, wait a minute, right? It doesn't mean that it couldn't do that. That's never what I'm saying. It's like, whoa, okay, right? Well, I can see that there's potential liquidity grabs there in that. So you might so what would be the safest way to do this if I was really digging in here? I'd want to see this complete, right? So maybe I've got a 1, 2, 3, maybe. Okay, give me a 5. Okay, so maybe you hit your head here. All right, would make sense, right? A little liquidity grab. Oh, here we come back down, right? So that's at least go for the 3. Try rather than I want to get the 5 of the 1. Maybe I just get bent over here, right? And down we go. So again, the reason you trade it right now is FOMO. Period. That's the only reason, because there's nothing here to say, oh, it's time to buy it. Other than, okay, there's a pattern here I can kind of recognize, but right, knowing, right, let's remind ourselves how we're going to be wrong way more than we're right. So I want to get as good a setup as I possibly can. And if I wait for this to complete, well, then I get a little more conviction in the E. Oh, I got a 5, right? Because this is a series of 3s. So if I got a 5 here followed by a 3, and now, okay, let's put the whole package together. Could I get a golden zone? Right, could I come out of that and say, oh, well, okay, fuck you, right? Okay, sure, maybe you got some liquidity, you made a little money, but this algo fired here and off we go. So now you're in here thinking, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? It's going to take a big push to clear that liquidity, right? Just for no other reason than it's up here, right? This is what we were talking about before. There's liquidity up there. So 3, run the stops. Down for the 4. Why? Because they can. Maybe you get something like this. Right, at least you're going to have a little more conviction because of this, right? See, it's all context. What came before? Oh, if I get right here, oh, okay, maybe something like this looks kind of interesting. Right here, maybe I got another structure here. I can go because I can take a low risk here. If it goes, oh, fuck. All right, well, I was wrong. Well, that's okay. That's okay because I know I'm going to be wrong more than I'm right. But if I get this, now it's game on, right? So now you're in sync with the market. So now you're like, oh, fuck, man, look at that. I nailed that. I got the triangle here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm good. Now, what am I doing here? Where am I in the big picture? Is that all that's going to be there? Is that it? Or is this just the one of the fuck, what would we have here? The one of the 5. Implication is much higher prices. So here, when you zoom in on 1 hour, you kind of lose perspective. Like, wait a minute, what am I actually trying to do here? 1, 2, 3. All right, this. You could go through 50 losing little fuckers, and god damn it, like this trading, I don't know, fuck, and then one of those, right? I know it's easy to say, right? But that's the name of the game. No, I tracked this thing. This goddamn, I got every swing of it. I waited for that 5 to complete. I got my 3 down here. I came into the pocket right where I anticipated, and boom, it goes. That's why we do this. All of this, all the little stop outs out here, right? That kills most people, right? They overtrade, they FOMO, they take too much risk. So they're the name of the game. Stay in the game. A lot of people out of the game here. Fuck. No, I fucked up. I guess I have to refund my account. Stay in the game, right? Understand you're going to be wrong way, way, way more. You can't get caught up in that. You can't get caught up in it. I have literally people comment on our YouTube channel that I am wrong all the time. And all I do is just chuckle, laugh. It's not the name of the game to be right. The name of the game is to be profitable. All right, what else do I got here? Scotty B. Oh, shit, do I think I have everybody? Just checking to see if I made it in. Okay, 2D. Fuck, I think I got everybody. All right. Okay, cool. What time is it? Probably lunchtime. 12:30. Oh, shit, we didn't go very long. I felt like I was going much longer. Is that all we got? I think that is all we got, unless I missed somebody. All right, well, that's not a bad start for first day back. I'll get that video thing sorted out. I didn't have any time to fuss with it, right? Because I came right from the Ninja one, so that's kind of screwed me up a little bit. But I get it figured out over here for the next one. But hopefully, as I said when I started, the idea is not to say, okay, here, buy it here, sell it here, stop here. That's not what we're trying to do here. It's just that it has to be more than that. There's a gazillion places that'll give you trades. That's never when I started this, I was like, well, that's not what I'm trying to do. I want, again, how does that help you if you're totally dependent on somebody for trades? It doesn't. It just creates weakness, not strength. You want to be able to do this without any consult, other than, I seek consult on a regular basis to my team, right? What do you guys see here? What do you think, right? It's just, you're looking for, is there something I haven't seen or I didn't think of, or just another set of eyes? The advantage of the community here is the additional sets of eyes, right? And then the community of people with taking a similar technical approach. But I have to remind people, in fact, one of my senseis had to remind me the other day, right? Everybody comes to us thinking, oh, I'm going to learn Elliott Wave, right? Which is third on the list of priorities for us, third. But that's where everybody wants to start. It's a skill set. It can help, but it's not necessarily a pathway to riches. It's another set of tools. Love it or hate it, that's all it is, a set of tools. Okay, guys, I guess we're done there. All right, cool. Okay, so I got a little out of sync because of the Fed yesterday, and probably a good idea that we waited, because you see just the massive, what are we at now? 30 in the S&P. All that volatility, we kind of let that shake out. So I'll be back tomorrow. We'll do kind of an update here. But we'll plan for next Wednesday. I think last time we were just trying to make it too many days. So we'll go for next Wednesday. And again, maybe with the newer people, I think we had something pinned in here about how to send. I'll get that done so you know how to send me your chart, because that's always better if I can work off of your tool so I can help you. All right, so we'll do that. With that, I'll wrap it up, guys. I'm going to go grab a bite and maybe trade a little bit this afternoon. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. I know many of you watch this after the fact. I mean, not many people are free during the middle of the day. So with that, I wish you guys a good afternoon, and I'll be back with